We now go back to our live report in the field, the Tasmanian Devil. Go, Taz! I got none of that. I should probably refresh myself my Tasmanian Devil ease. Might help a little bit. Hello and welcome to SKZ Talks Animation. Talk about anime, TV shows, cartoons, movies, whatever I talk about this animation, my heart and soul, because it's awesome and great. And today, we're diving back into the well of cartoons I've talked about previously on the channel, but those videos are bad, so we're gonna do it again. I know, very catchy. And to celebrate Easter, our favorite chocolate holiday, it's fantastic, we're going to talk about our little rodent friend, the Tasmanian Devil, in its primary first cartoon, where he's a bit more chaotic, a bit more wanting to eat Bugs Bunny, but you know what? That's why we love him. We love eating a good old rabbit. Actually, I never had a rabbit. Is it good? And it doesn't matter. So how about we sit back, relax, enjoy a nice little trip back to Tasmania land, I guess, maybe, in 1954's Devil May Hare. We can see Dante. Oh boy. So originally I was going to do something like a lot more Easter themed for this month's animation, but then I realized I've never done any theming whatsoever besides like Christmas and Halloween, so I thought, let's talk about Taz. Well, one of my favorite cartoon characters of all time from the Golden Age. He's a great fun character, and plus, more Bugs Bunny, and on top of that, I'm all down for that. Also because Warner Brothers is a lot more lenient with their copyright than Disney, so yeah, I don't even want to touch Disney right now. No thank you. Warner Brothers though, and Bugs Bunny, I'm okay with it. I love Bugs Bunny. Robert McKimson, the GOAT himself. Honestly, I don't feel he gets enough love. I'll be real, because like Chuck Jones gets all the praise and first feeling for some of this stuff as well. But Robert McKimson, he did some good stuff. He did a lot of the Foghorn Leghorns back in the day, and of course the 5 Taz cartoons back in the Golden Age. And I feel like he's a fun guy. He made a lot of fun, unique characters, a lot of fun, unique scenarios. So like, if you want to look him up, look up Robert McKimson. Great cartoons, great guy, and I like him. He's pretty cool. Oh boy, all the zoo. Look at the turtle. He's just scaring them out. Why would there be polar bears and ostriches in forest land? Well, where is Bugs? I don't know where he is. Does he get a new hole every season? Who knows?
What's cooking?
What's cooking? Wait, this looks familiar. I think I've seen this in an old KFC ad from the 90s. Don't ask me why, but I think I've seen this before. I'm not going crazy, I swear. They used to advertise it like crazy back in the 90s. Oh, there he is. It's the GOAT. It's the GOAT himself, the man, the myth, the crazy man himself. Please stop spinning. You'll give yourself a heart attack. Please don't. There he is. There's Taz. Looking a lot more feral. I'll be real. Early Taz was very feral, and honestly, I kind of prefer that. Like, not to say new Taz is bad, but like, this feral Taz is very funny. Elephants, buffaloes, donkeys, giraffes, octopuses, rhinoceros, moose, and duck. Wow. Oh, but not rabbits. You're safe, Bugs. You're good. Unless they just, turn to the next page. Oh. How does he not see that? What the hell? Look at. Oh my god. This is one of the more random villains, because, like, Bugs can easily outsmart him, but, like, Taz is also, like, he just wants to eat. Bro just wants to eat, and honestly, on a level like that, I feel that. I like food, too, but not eating. Never mind, it's fine. Also, it's really cool seeing the inside of Bugs Bunny's, like hole. Oh god, not like that, but like his rabbit hole, because like you get to see like he has like a couch and a TV set, like he just chills out in there and he writes stuff like underground, because like he has electricity. How does he get that? I don't know, but why not?
Cold ground.
Oh geez, he goes feral. Oh my god, Taz is like, the one time he spoke perfect English and it's just like cold ground. Like why? It's still Mel Blanc doing the voice though, so I will admire that, but like that's just kind of wild. He's a really fun character. I love him. He's so dopey. Oh, sugar. Oh boy, bubble mint yum or chew. I don't. Whatever the brand is. It's so crazy. Just like the amount of gags you can do with just one simple setup. It's just Bugs trying not to get eaten. That's it. But like they managed to do so much with it, and I really admire again the Looney Tunes crew and Robert McKimson. Like, it was a fun director. He really did a lot of fun stuff, and just to think that this was the character Taz's introduction, this was his first time being used, was very, very cool. And I love the amount of stuff they're able to do with it. Honestly, Taz deserves more. He deserves more. I love him. He's a great character. Oh look, it's me. It's my art skills. I'm not even a good artist. I can't even draw. It's fine. One day, though. One day. Oh, damn. He's eating. He's going. It's like a Warrior minigame. I don't know why, but whenever I look at Taz, most of the time, I think of his cameo or, like, his introduction in Space Jam 2, where, like, he gets, like, dropped off by Rick and Morty of all characters. And I'm like, that is the most random, like, crossover of all time, but, like, I guess it works. He's, like, a really weird-looking alien creature and all that, but, like, yeah, there you go. Rick and Morty and Taz have canonically met. I love that. So it really makes you think of the logic of the world. Like, Bugs Bunny can walk and talk and pay taxes and all that, but this deer is just a deer who can't speak. Well, what is the logic? Is Bugs like some heinous creature that gained consciousness, and this Bambi is like, whatever. I'd like to know the logic of the world. That'd be very fun to look into. Hank Green, hit me up. I want to learn. Damn, he's zooming. He's really zooming, bro. Like, why is there a phone in the tree? What is this? I'm sorry, that took me out of it. Like, why is there a phone in the friggin' tree hole? Like, that's really weird. But like, again, it's Bugs Bunny. He's the schemer. He's like Loki. He's like the god of mischief. He can pull out anything from anywhere, and it'll just be like, yeah, okay, I got it. Also, I'm gonna say, the backgrounds in this cartoon are freaking phenomenal. Like, I guess they're on some deserted island of some kind, but like, it looks like really vacant. Like, you got like the trees and like the grass and all. It looks very like semi-desaturated, but it also looks really, really cool. I like this. It looks really cool. Backgrounds are fun. I really liked it. There we go. Bugs is the pastor now. He's marrying the devils, bro. Oh my god, that's. I think like that scene's like the most famous, like the I love that. It's a classic. Bugs outsmarted a Tasmanian devil. What a goat. My god. There you go. That's Taz. Devil May Hare. Classic. I love him. I love food too. Taz is a very interesting character to talk about because, in term, he is one of the most popular, but he also is unpopular at the same time because, like, he first debuted in 1954, you know, and he was a really late addition to the Looney Tunes because, like, a lot by that time, you know, Bugs, Daffy, Porky, Marvin, I believe, Yosemite Sam, Roadrunner, Wally Cully, they were really well distinguished characters that were doing a lot of stuff for a few years, and Taz was very late, which is interesting because, like, he only had 5 cartoons in the Golden Age. He only had 5, and some of them were with Bugs Bunny, some of them were with Daffy Duck. And initially, after the first one, Devil May Hare, they wanted to scrap the character because he was too violent for kids, because he was going all like, blah, 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 and he wasn't really seen as. They didn't really see that much, you know, promise in him. But they made only 4 more. They made 5 cartoons in the total, and I think he got just more and more popular. A lot of people really like to see like this more dim-witted, a lot more carnivorous type character that just doesn't really care, just wants to eat. That's all he does. He just wants to eat, and is a fun little semi-antagonist to Bugs Bunny and co. because he's just so crazy and so dim-witted. But after the Golden Age ended back in the mid-60s, they didn't really do that much with him, you know. It was really only like Daffy Duck and Sylvester stuff during the Patty Freeling era where they didn't really want to take the big characters. They wanted to take like some characters. That's why Bugs Bunny didn't have anything in that era, and that's a whole other thing entirely. But Taz didn't really show up in those shorts at all, and he really didn't make any appearances, even in the 70s. I mean, at most, he was in those compilation movies like Daffy Duck Fantastic Island, where he was like a minor supporting character and a few other things like that. But besides that, didn't have any more cartoons, didn't have anything else to really show because they didn't really see that much, you know, use in him until the 90s. The 90s is set to be the big Looney Tunes boom because that's when they had a big resurgence in popularity and pop culture knowledge, and we had everything from, you know, TV shows, compilation TV shows like Bugs and Daffy and Bugs Bunny and Tweety Show, to movies like Space Jam, to other great, you know, Looney Tunes centered TV shows like, you know, Tiny Toon Adventures, Animaniacs, Tazmania. Like, Taz had a lot of stuff going on, even on the video game side of things as well. You know, he had like Sega Genesis games, he had PlayStation games, N64 games. Like, Taz really had it all. And the 90s was just a really big thing, especially Tazmania, that one show. It had 4 seasons based entirely on him as a character. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, how can they make a show all about Taz? He doesn't really talk. Well, they made his whole family extremely talkative. You know, they had like his main family, the side characters, they all talked very fluent English sentences while Taz would just go rah, rah, like that's it. That's all he did. But he was still a very fun character to go ahead and see because like it was fun to see him interact with the world around him, especially in like really fun scenarios. Like he has a sister and a mom and a brother. That's insane to me. I don't know how he procreates, and frankly, I don't really want to know. And even as the 90s went along, you know, he had like a little mentor in Disney Devil and Tiny Toons, and he had like a bunch of stuff going on with like merchandising, especially like, if you remember those classic Bugs and Taz like peace sign shirts from the 90s, bro, that were everywhere. Taz was on top of the world, and he had many merchandising like, you know, KFC, Burger King, McDonald's, all that fun stuff like that, and he really was on top of the world. And even going into the early 2000s, you know, he had a little bit of a part in Looney Tunes Back in Action, which is a great movie, by the way, and he had a little bit of a part in also Baby Looney Tunes as well. But then after that, you know, hitting in the mid-2000s, didn't really do that much, you know. Yeah, he did. He was in the 2011 Looney Tunes show, which is not bad, but like he was like a dog type thing, and it wasn't really the Taz we all know and love, which is just like why is he here? It was kind of a weird-ass character. But then after 2011, we haven't really seen Taz that much. You know, even in the revival CGI shorts they made in the theaters for a little bit, they really wanted to focus on Daffy and Sylvester. No really Taz to go around. And really, as of recently, the only big Taz thing we saw was in Looney Tunes cartoons, where they had a lot of the revival stuff with like a lot of the popular characters going for that big old Tex Avery style. And it was fun to really see, you know, a lot of these classic characters come back, and especially Taz, who, you know, is still people's favorites. Like, you do see a lot of his merchandise around, but like the Looney Tunes cartoons was only the big thing that really like brought him back into the limelight. And I really feel like Taz needs another revival. Looney Tunes in general needs another revival because like they're amazing characters, but like Taz is a great character. He's simple, but he works in so many fun ways, and I'm glad they didn't scrap him after only 5 cartoons, because this guy, he works amazing. I love him, and boy, he's a bro. I love him. He's awesome, and might be one of my personal favorites of all time. I don't care what anyone says. He's great. I love him, and he has so much more depth to him than just... It was great. I love him. Go check him out. Taz is awesome. And that was Devil May Hare. In the grand scheme of things, it's a very short cartoon. Really doesn't have a lot going on, but like, it was the introduction of Taz as a character to really cement himself as a big part of the Looney Tunes lexicon. And in only 1 cartoon, technically 5, because that was his whole lineup in the Golden Age, he succeeded, and Taz really is a popular character. I'd say on par with Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck, honestly. Like, he's really big up there and got a lot of stuff in like TV and movies and a lot of video games, so I love him. He's great, and maybe in the future I'll tackle some of his other cartoons, because I have not seen his other 4 cartoons. I know they exist. I know they're all directed by Robert McKimson, but I like to check them out and see how they affect, and maybe it's more Bugs Bunny, maybe it's Daffy Duck. I don't know. It'd be a fun thing to talk about, and it'd be really fun to see. But yeah, no, honestly, great character, great fun, and I love looking at my Looney Tunes. I love looking at Taz. It was great and all fun. But if you excuse me, I gotta go find my own bubblegum chicken. That sounds weird, but hey, you know what? I love gum, I love chicken. Come on together. Why not? So, food away!